my director for the documentary. I also wrote it. Or is it wrote or written?
You wrote it and you narrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're my lovely recipe, Seth Rogen.
And I'm Paleo, and I edited it all together, and I also like give critique on his writing and like what
He's proofreading.
Yeah, I'm basically proofreading what he wrote. Yeah.
He's also my secretary. Takes my phone calls and emails. Get dry cleaning's ready.
Yeah. And this is Beavis.
No, I'm Karasashi. So I did all the music for Brony Chronicles. I'm kidding. I got that. I did visuals. Too humble.
Sunshine.
But I have a musician's thing on my badge, even though I'm not a musician.
Big fat Bodie.
Who are you? No one knows who you are.
DB. And you also helped us. DB.
I helped them render it because without me, you wouldn't be able to watch it on YouTube. This guy doesn't know how to use Vegas. I'm just kidding. I just have a really nice rig.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I did visuals for it, and I did more or less just helping them out and giving them support along the way.
And I'm Omega Ozone, and I help with visuals as well. I just cool.
The documentary wasn't, once again, it doesn't belong to just one person. It was a group effort. A lot of people who worked on music, art, graphic design.
And a lot of them are here.
Yeah, Fiji was the guy who created the intro visual. He was going to be here for this panel, but he couldn't make it in time. He'll be here later today or tomorrow morning. But say hi to him. If you knew the visual at the beginning for the documentary, if you want to say thank you to anybody, go thank him. He'll be around. But yeah, it was a group effort, and we're really lucky because when we first came up with the idea of the Brony Chronicles and doing it, it started off where we were just between Heather and myself, thinking, okay, we can, just kind of pool our resources and make something that's kind of like, pretty good.
Yeah.
Just talk about it. And then we had the idea of getting musicians and artists and animators.
Yeah, we had the idea for interviews too, and they're like, no, we can do that at Bronycon and Everfree, and then Cadillac Gardens, and then Equestria LA, and then we just kept going.
And then Bronycon again. So it kept going and going. So it grew. Like it snowballed to where we are today, and still working on it. And a big part of the reason why it's so big is because a lot of people decided to donate to our cause through Kickstarter. We were able to afford to go out to these conventions and interview people and get the job done. So to those who donated, thank you so much for making this possible. We wouldn't be able to do it without y'all. But for this panel, I mean, what we're going to go over?
First thing we're going to go over is how it came to be. Well, that's pretty much what you
Yeah,
said.
we just did it.
But yeah, and the process of doing it, because first we went to the conventions, and then after that, after we had like filmed everything, we had to do logging.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Logging footage is like when you take all the footage you filmed, you have to cut it down. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you already know what it means. But how much footage do we have overall?
Overall? I'm not sure. I know we had like around 30 hours of interviews.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And we only saw like 20 minutes of the documentary.
Yeah, when it comes to
250 gigs worth of just material to work with.
Yeah.
So if that gives you any indication, 250 gigs worth of material is a lot to work with.
Well, Pale had the idea of like taking the other interviews and putting them on YouTube, right?
Yeah, like at some point, like after we release part 2 and part 3, we're going to put up like some of the other interviews and
Got a lot
some of
of
the
extra
stuff that
stuff.
we haven't put in the documentary. But what we're going to do next? Oh yeah.
I'll let y'all know, just like we do a show called Brony Breakdown as well, and we're notoriously known for. But yeah, I explain a couple things. First off, I'm sorry if I'm a little bit out of it. We had to pick up Black Griffin from the airport in Dulles, Washington, yesterday night.
You don't even know the definition of tired.
So to stay up afterwards.
Yeah. No, we drove there. We picked him up at Dulles because he got the wrong airport. And so it's an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
We went there, and then after we picked him up, we were like, let's go to Walmart and pick up a charger for an iPhone, like a Mac Pro, or one of those laptops.
Probably got yelled at.
And then he rides around in the handicap cart, and this woman goes, do you have a disability? And he goes, mentally. She goes, that's your own problem. Get out.
I was actually really Not American for these cards. Where were we going?
Well,
Okay, but
anyway.
we were going. Yeah. Go ahead.
Anyway, I was going to say that the reason part 1 took so long. Why I did it. Reason part 1 took so long. Well, first it was just because we were trying to get all of our resources together because there was a bunch of people working on it. First reason was we were just waiting on trying to get the script as right as possible.
And when it comes to creating anything, guys, it's never gonna be perfect. There's always room for improvement, but you still want to improve it the best you can. Like, it's funny looking at the first draft of the script and then the last draft and seeing how much you've changed and improved it, because the first draft was really corny, spaghetti corny, Brony is the flipping best thing ever. That sounds really subjective. I want to make this objective.
There's a lot of jokes that were taken out.
Yeah, a lot of the bad jokes. Like, we had a Transformer joke where there's a commercial in the hub where Megatron says play my favorite song, Starscream. And they play the My Little Pony song. We were gonna have that in the document, but we left it out. We thought, let's go ahead and just stick to what you need to say. So I mean, yeah, it took a lot longer than we thought.
Yeah.
When we first started, I thought, well, we'll be done with all 3 parts by July 2012. Nope.
But after that, it was narration, which didn't really take long.
That's hard to narrate.
Yeah.
This guy didn't know that you should get close to the microphone when you're recording.
He's giving me a lot of good advice as far as production stuff goes. I got a new microphone. I said, Beavis, how does it sound? He's like, get closer. How does it sound now? Much better. Brown cow.
Yeah, and then after that, we were waiting for music from General Mumble, which we actually had a lot of placeholder music. But when I was getting placeholder music to make for the Equestria LA premiere in May, I was like, a lot of this already works for the music that he already had, for his non-pony stuff. So I was like, let's just use that and make him make some new songs for certain parts. So that's what we did with that. And then after that, I guess we were waiting on Feezy's intro because
visuals.
Yeah. And then after that, it was the rendering, because we were going to premiere it on a certain on a Thursday in place of Brony Breakdown. But what happened is that I tried rendering it, his error occurred. It was oh.
And it was complete tease. It was 99% error. And it takes about a day to upload it, so that.
Yeah, and then we had it rendered out. Yeah. Then we had it rendered out over the weekend, and then I was like, wait, it's uploaded, rendered, but it doesn't look right.
There are visual errors.
And what was happening is that it was adjusting the frame rate, so it was only 13 frames per second. And I was like, no, we can't have it like that, because it was already uploaded and ready to go. But I was like, no, this can't happen, because Feezy's.
Is it all right? I'm sorry. DB Buddy can't play at Brony Palooza now because of
You ruined everything.
All right, delay part 2 of the documentary.
You can have that out, right?
In case anyone's wondering, I'm sorry, I was charging my camera.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, my phone's gonna die.
Anyway, it was only 13 frames per second, so it was I was looking at Feezy's intro, and I was like, I don't remember it being like this, because it was kind of jumpy, and I was like, no, we have to do that justice.
Angry.
That's terrible. Aren't you all glad you donated to us? We bought 20 Xboxes and lots of Halo. No, but go ahead. All in all, the rendering process was really